I came. This is probably in 2004, around there.
Oh, wow.
I came in at 2011, 2012, and at that time she had just passed away. And Teresa and Miss Godecki had a relationship prior to my being there. She wrote grants and everything for her for what was called the Hispanic Learning Center at the time. So the mission really of the Hispanic Learning Center is to help disadvantaged kids, kids that um, live in the underserved area. We help them with homework. Sorry, after school. It's an after school program, and we help them with homework and any other kind of projects they have.
And you do it here?
And we do it here. We have the high schoolers and middle schoolers are in this room, and we have the younger kids from kindergarten to about fifth grade in the other room. A lot of times we do reading and homework. And these kids are really one-on-one. So when you have 20 or 30 kids in the afternoon, it becomes a little tough. We need more volunteers.
Okay.
And volunteers come and volunteers go, but we really need to have some
How do they get here?
sorry?
How do the children get here?
Their parents drop them off. Yeah.
And some
After
school buses too.
And so some school buses pass in the area. Yeah. So, we also have different programs. We have a STEM program run by Mr. Charlie. We have the youth program. We have a lot of different programs helping different people in the community. We also have adult learning, where we teach English as a second language. And we, for the last 2 years or so, we did several trips. We went to UNC Charlotte. We went to in Virginia, and over the summer we visited Bowman Gray School of Medicine, and that was also very interesting for the kids because they never had the opportunity to see all these things, and it's a great time for them to just go out there and see things that they haven't seen before.
So that's why so ICCD is a lot more than just tutoring and homework help. So I mean, Teresa's built this amazing program. So a lot of it is English as a second language. So imagine you're in a new country or you're growing up in a country where you don't speak that first language. It's hard enough just to navigate world, but when you're in the classroom, how are you going to understand math? How are you going to understand science? How are you going to understand all of these things when you're only catching every few words that the teacher is saying? And because there's so few teachers nowadays, especially that we have a huge teacher shortage, they don't have the one-on-one help in the classroom. It could be one teacher versus 45 kids in a class. And so they just kind of fall through the cracks. And so ICCD helps teaching them those English skills, but then also helping them in all the subjects they need. But then as Debbie was alluding to, they go on a ton of trips. There's so many more programs, going to NASA and seeing, the space industry and the technology that's coming out. We went to Winston-Salem for the School of Medicine. The graduate students took the kids on a tour and showed them, this is what we are learning in the classroom as graduate students. This is how we understand and practice surgery. And the dean of the school actually came out and talked to the kids and said what the future of medicine looks like, that they can do remote surgeries and just tell the tools what to do without even having a doctor there, and just having someone in a rural mountain somewhere with the tools that are programmed to help in surgery. And so it's opening up new experiences and opportunities that a lot of these kids would never even think about. And never even, have an opportunity to go forward and go to college, to learn how to fill out scholarships, how to fill out FAFSA, how to get green cards, how to do just everything. And so it's more than just sitting down and helping doing math. It's really fostering education and experience with these kids and getting to know them and creating just wonderful people. So
also helping in the communities when families in crisis. Teresa always finds a way to help someone.
Yeah.
She has a lot of resources too. So she she was the outreach coordinator at the St. James Catholic Church, so she still have all those contacts and she's able to help the whole family. Yeah.
Making sure they have food, making sure they have beds and blankets and furniture. Like one of the families didn't even have a kitchen table to sit at.
Yeah.
So
And also we do turkey giveaway at Thanksgiving, and of course the kids have a Christmas party, and Liz is a very big help with that. She gets gifts for them, and the kids really appreciate that because not every one of them, their parents are able to afford those things that that make them happy.
So our church adopts, we do the angel tree program where congregants can come and they can choose somebody off the tree and buy gifts for them. And we also do the parents and grandparents as well, because a lot of times not everyone in the program is low income, but if you're in a low income housing, you're struggling to get gifts for your kids for Christmas. You don't have anything for yourself. And so it's making sure they have winter clothes, but then also things that they just want and just to have joy. And then the kids themselves are always giving back to the community as well. So they do a lot of service projects. They're also, giving of everything that they are receiving.
Right. We have 2 ambassadors this year. Usually we have one. It changes every year. And they usually have a project to complete. I think this year our ambassadors, Alexa, I think they said they were going to do
They're doing the teddy bears and
teddy bears, for kids. So
who are doing who are undergoing surgeries and everything around the hospitals.
Right. And we have some success stories too. Children who were here when they were quite young. We have 2 of our young men. One is in the Air Force and just got his certificate for flying, and the other one is in the Marines. And because of that, they were able to help their parents get their green card, and it's a win-win for everyone. So,
So we could always use more volunteers.
Yeah. I definitely want to volunteer for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most important part about ICCD is we are planning to build a building in the Peace School Road. That is what you are here for. I'm part of this fundraising because I've been knowing Teresa, especially because she's my neighbor. When I moved there, and she's the first one to say hi. It'll be surprising. Living in that neighborhood, nobody say hi. It's the first time.
I have to say something in regard to that. I'm from New Jersey. I moved here in September. And I'm a very social person. And I love meeting people. But my boyfriend, I'm like, what is going on in the neighborhood? There's nobody out. Nobody's out. We say hello to both our next door neighbors. I said, I don't know anybody else unless I take a walk and I meet people that are outside and I introduce myself.
You have to have a dog here. Walk a dog.
Oh, I
That's how you meet
have a
people.
dog. I have a dog.
well, we're so much we're consumed by what we do. We get in the car, we go to the grocery store,
Exactly.
we come home.